Hello, welcome to Reincarnator, the developer diary. It's a roguelite game about being born and going through life. As you can see, there's a lot of numbers, but there's no explanation in a long text box. I wanted to avoid that. So I tried to make it very intuitive. Like for example, if you press buttons where they do nothing, they get bright red, indicating feedback to the user. At first you only have wisdom and the age continually goes up, setting a sense of urgency in the player. I'm growing old, and if I don't do anything, I'm just staying the same. My idea originally was to make an incremental game fused with a life simulator, which it is, but in the end I ended up creating a roguelite game where every time you live a life, you will be able to spend points in the reincarnation screen, and eventually you will be able to unlock new aspects of life and more possibilities. For example, now we unlocked spirit. Originally, I called this part of the game the love part of the game because it had you have the family that you can observe, which is a fancy way of saying unlock. And then you have different modifiers depending on the kind of family you have. I have different challenges in this game that get unlocked as you do different missions. This is a very important part of the game because it is the progress of the game, even though they're just results, prices of what you're doing in the actual game. Same for the experiences and memories, which are different collectibles. The way this all works, as you may have noticed already, is that the years stay the same no matter which screen you're in. And everything is still ticking even when you're not looking at it. Even if you're in the challenge or memories page, just looking at your achievements, you're still getting old and being affected by different modifiers if you don't do anything. That was my intention, to make a game that always keeps you on a certain level of tension. But at the same time, even if your life is terrible, even if you get chronic illnesses, have no money at all, you still die and get to come back again, to try again, this time better. So only by playing, even if you play very bad, you can progress. Now, when it comes to how this was made, I created a system of managers for each aspect of the game that talk to each other through a common manager. It's a manager system that keeps track of absolutely everything you do in the game, everything that has to be tracked, that has to be remembered, like the memories you unlocked, or how old you are, or your constitution, which diseases you have. Anything that you could consider the save file is managed by the manager. But it also helps to connect the back end to the front end. Everything you're seeing on the screen is just information that you take from this manager. And every action you do in the screen will also be fed back to the manager, to the back end. I also looked into ways to making this as fast as possible, and I'm very happy with the results because you can actually speed up the game. As you can see now, the speed is cracked to the max. To me, this was very important because I wanted the game to be able to play seamlessly. It's on a phone, it's not on a computer, so you have to be careful with the amount of actual information that the game needs to process every tick. Well, now it's going very fast, but every time the number changes is one tick, and everything that has to be checked appropriately, and in order that things don't crash. We have pretty good reviews. People seem to be happy. And that is all. Thank you very much for listening, and maybe see you on my next game.